What it do, foodies? Welcome back to Kay's Kitchen, guys. So today I'm bringing you a sweetheart meal today, guys. So when I used to live in Alabama, right, there was this little Chinese restaurant there. And for every holiday, especially Valentine's Day, you can count on them making this ginger lobster. So today, guys, I'm bringing you a Chinese ginger lobster with some white rice, all right? So you can make this for your sweetheart for this upcoming Valentine's Day, or whatever special holiday may come around, Mother's Day, Father's Day, anything, right? So let's get into this video and let me show you how I put this sweetheart meal together. Welcome to Kay's Kitchen. Foodies, look at these beautiful medium-sized lobsters that I have working with today. Aren't they a beauty, guys? You can find this in your seafood department of any of your grocery stores. Let's go ahead and clean these lobsters up. First thing first, I'm gonna cut off the tail of the lobster, okay? And this is for great uniformity when we're getting ready to cook this lobster. Alright, to further clean our lobsters, these little legs or their little feet, I'm going to go ahead and use my kitchen shears to cut those legs off. I find the shears is much easier than trying to use a knife to cut those little legs off. So you just take your time, be patient, and go through all these steps of cleaning it. Trust and believe it makes for a very easy cooking experience than to have those little legs. They'll burn quicker than the rest of your lobster. Okay, so then next, guys, what I'm gonna do is go ahead and cut my lobsters up to some bite-sized pieces. But isn't it pretty? You see how it's cleaned up really nicely? First things first, let's go ahead and cut them in half. All right. Then each half, I'm gonna go ahead and cut them into thirds. Or, you know, if you have a smaller lobster, you can cut them in halves. But the main thing I'm trying to do here is just keep them in nice bite-sized pieces evenly. That way they cook evenly as well, right? And as you're cutting, you know, you're gonna have some shells here and there. So just go ahead and just move those out the way. Clean your knife off ever so often. To make sure you're not putting those shells inside the meat of the lobster, okay? All right, that's how they will look after you cut them all up in bite-sized pieces. I also went ahead, guys, and washed those lobsters thoroughly. And as you can see, I put them on a fresh paper towel, which I'm gonna take them off of it now. So go ahead and wash your lobsters after you get finished cutting them up in those bite-sized pieces to ensure all the little excessive shells that were on the cutting board is not on the flesh. All right, damp them dry with your paper towel. And get them flipped over, because we're going to get ready to season these babies up, honey. We don't eat bland food around these parts, right? So we're going to start out with us some pink salt. Use whatever salt to your taste, right? And I'm just ever so gently sprinkling some salt all over them. Next, guys, do the same thing with your black pepper. Season it to taste. Add as much or as little as you like. At this stage too, if you wanted to make it even more spicier, you can add you some red crushed pepper, some cayenne pepper, whatever you want to do to jazz it up. I would not add any other seasoning to it because we do not want to take away from this lobster original taste, okay? We're just enhancing flavors over here. Now go ahead and get them all mixed up and coated well, all right? But do it very gently, okay? This is not needed to be vigorously mixed, just ever so gently, okay? Pick out any other little shells that we may have missed. Pick them out. Pick them out. We do not want anyone hurting their teeth as they're eating, okay? All right, honey, we're getting ready. We're getting ready. I got some beautiful shallots that I'm just slicing up. Just like that, baby. I'm using 2 shallots. And boy, these shallots are strong. My eyes, you can see it in my eyes. It's just, these shallots are very, very strong. Next, I have me some green onions, 3 big sizes. If you don't have these large sizes where you at, just use like 4 of your regular size green onions and just cut them up as so. All right. Followed by the main character, some ginger, baby. Ginger. So for this ginger, I'm not even gonna peel it or anything like that. I'm just gonna cut them up in some nice thin slices, and then I'll do a couple stacked up and make them into some matcha sticks. This helps with cooking it more quickly. All right, so I don't want big chunks of ginger in there. Okay, so I'm just doing some matcha sticks, just like that. Oops, watch that finger. All right, y'all, so there we go. I have my scallions as well as my ginger. So on to my eel sauce, guys. So in a nice clean pan, we're gonna start out with 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of mirin, and 1 cup of soy sauce. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and just turn our stove up to about a medium high or a high, but just make sure you stay right there because you want it to go ahead and boil for you initially, and then after it begins to boil, you're gonna turn this stove down to low heat for about 15 minutes, let it go on low. Then we're gonna bring it back up to a boil after the 15 minutes, okay guys? And then from there, we're gonna go ahead and make our cornstarch slurry, right? So our cornstarch slurry is going to be 1 tablespoon of cornstarch to 2 tablespoons of water. Now with this cornstarch slurry, guys, what we're gonna do is once you turn that stove back up to high after the 15 minutes on low, you're gonna add your cornstarch slurry to that. Let it go for about 5 minutes on high, stirring constantly, all right, and watching to make sure it doesn't boil over. Once it's finished with the 5 minutes, just put that over to the side and let that come to a cool. We're gonna use that later on in the dish, guys, okay? Make sure it's well dissolved, okay? All right, guys, now the fun part. We're gonna go ahead and get our lobsters breaded with just cornstarch. That's it. I'm not adding anything extra into the cornstarch. It's just cornstarch, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just batter up my lobsters individually, okay? And just lay them out on the pan. All right, that's our finished thing. Now we're gonna go ahead and get these babies fried up, honey. Test that oil, make sure it's good and hot. We do not want soggy lobsters, okay? Ensure your oil is good and hot. I have mine on 400 degrees, guys. And I'm putting in there maybe about 8 to 9 of them. I don't want to crowd this pot. So I did these in about 4 batches, just to ensure that they are crispy and cooked and not soggy, okay? We don't want soggy lobsters. And I cooked them for about 2 minutes, only about 2 minutes. It don't really need to go any longer. Once you start seeing them float to the top like that, you know it's time to go ahead and get these baby out the oil, honey, out the oil, all right? Go ahead and drain them on some paper towel. And this is what they look like once they're done. So beautiful, so beautiful. Next, guys, let's go ahead and put everything together. All right, in a nice saucepan, well, in a nice frying skillet or a wok. A wok works very well with this. We're gonna go ahead and saute us up those shallots and ginger that we had cut up earlier, okay? Saute those for about a good 2 to 3 minutes. Let those aromas build. Then we're gonna add some of our green onion at this phase. We're gonna add some more, the rest of the green onions later on in the dish, but we're gonna add about half of our green onions at this point. Continue to move that around, build that aroma more and more. Now, guys, to jazz this up even some more, add you some red crushed peppers at this phase right here. You can add a little or as much as you like to it. At this point right here, if you wanted more pepper, you could add some habanero pepper to it. I'm gonna go ahead and add me some garlic to it. You know I love my garlic, guys. So add as much garlic as little garlic, but for me, I add a good amount of garlic to mine. I love garlic, okay? Continue on. I'm gonna add some butter to this. It's about maybe 2 to 3 tablespoons or teaspoons of butter that I add to this dish. Once again, if you want more butter, add more butter, okay? And this is the butter I decided to go with. It has some parsley and some garlic in it, so it added some more flavor to this. Give that pot a beautiful stir, people. That smell, the aroma in this place. Woo! Let me tell you, let me tell you. Yes, ma'am. That is smelling up delicious. It's a beauty, guys. It's a beauty. Here is our lobster. Go ahead and add these babies back into this pot here, guys. And you're gonna give them a nice stir, gently just stirring it, tossing it, getting these beautiful flavors incorporated in it. Oh, it's a beauty. Now this is where you go ahead and add those extra green onions that we had, okay? We're building flavor here, baby. We are building flavor. Look at that beauty. Y'all remember that eel sauce we made earlier? Oh, isn't she cute? Go ahead and add you about 3 spoonfuls to your lobster, okay? About a good 3 spoonfuls, or if you want more, go ahead and add more, honey, because this is Flavor Town, baby, Flavor Town. All right, so that's why I say do not add any other bottle seasonings like any seasoning salt or anything, because this has so much rich flavor already. You do not want to take away from the lobster and its beautiful flavor, okay? So about 3 spoons of that. If you want extra sauce, you can add extra sauce to it, okay? And let's go ahead and mix this baby and get it all incorporated. Ooh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Your sweetheart is really gonna love this. You hear me? You get you some udon noodles. Ooh, honey. Some udon noodles. You put you some extra sauce in here. Add some udon noodles to it. But for us, we're gonna make ours with some rice. Yes, we are some rice lovers. Whew, you see that fresh ginger all through that? That's why I say matcha stick cut up. It's beautiful. Foodies, I am so ready to chow down on this beauty here. This is definitely a sweetheart meal, I should say, right here. So all these beautiful flavors put together. I cannot wait to sink my teeth into that. Since it's seafood, I have me some white wine. This is gonna be a Sauvignon Blanc that I go with for this meal. And I am so ready. Got that sauce in there. Oh, the ginger. The ginger is the highlight. Oh my goodness. And I have some jasmine white rice there. So you know, jasmine white rice, it already has its own perfume. So coupled with this ginger and some onions. Oh, let's not forget about my garlic. Look at this big piece of lobster here. Look at that. Oh. It's so buttery. It's as if it's just melting in my mouth. I'm just trying to hold it in there as long as I can. This is everything and more. This is reminding me of that dish. That's good. So guys, thank y'all for tuning in again and watching your girl Kay in the kitchen. Please try this dish out. You will not be disappointed. All right? So guys, do like, subscribe if you have not already. Hit them thumbs up buttons for me. Do leave me a comment. Make this, leave me a comment. Let me know. How was it for you, all right? Till next time, be good to yourself, be good to each other, and have a blessed week, all right?